Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope you guys are doing well even in this pandemic of COVID-19. And I want to say Happy New Year for you all. This is our 11th meeting from Group 3. Today we want to tell you about how technology enhance language learning and what research did SAYS conduct. First of all, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Farhan Fuadi. I'm from Faculty Teaching and Learning. My major is English Education Department 2019.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Dita Istiana. I'm from Faculty of Teacher Training and Education. My major is English Department.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Yudis Frandikta. I'm from Faculty in Teaching Training and Education. My major is English Department.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rikizan Kurniawan and I'm from English Education.
Because technology serves some method where each teacher or lecturer can monitor the student's progress. It is just like how far student understanding the material, skills, and motivation to learn the material. It also motivates student to understand easily the material in different way. Courseware is application programs or other material designed for use in an educational or training course. For me, how I use Courseware in language learning is through the application. Those are provided by the technology and then put some material and students are asked to fill some question with games way or something like that. He used a cognitive model of how people learn from multimedia. It begins with the pictures and words which come from outside world and get into sensory memory through the eyes and ears. Following that, sensory memory allows pictures and printed text to be recorded as visual images and spoken words and other sounds to be recorded as auditory images. Pictures are registered in the eyes and words are registered in the eyes and ears. Working memory is the area where learning takes place. Because I study about how Courseware improve oral presentation is he wants students to stimulate real-life situation by incorporate the ASP subject contents which promoted real-life context and situation, and students were able to control their learning pace because the courseware enabled them to be autonomous learners.
Okay, for the first topic is how does technology enhance language learning? For years, people learn from verbal message such as lecture and printed lesson for their learning. As an alternative to that, multimedia offer a powerful learning technology to enhance human learning. With the belief that people learn better from words and picture, multimedia emerges as the presentation of material using both words and picture with the intention of promoting learning. This indicates that multimedia involves verbal forms and pictorial forms such as illustration, graph, photo, maps, animation, or video. And then the second topic is what is Courseware? How do we use Courseware in language learning? Courseware stands for Cross and Software. This notion was originally used to refer any supplementary kits of teaching learning materials that teachers apply to their lesson provided in packages which were available through computer. And then the next is, how was the courseware developed in SCI study? A study conducted by SCI focused on developing ESP courseware for oral presentation in order to simulate real situation as much as possible to integrate the ESP course in the process of teaching and learning so that students were able to develop their communicative competence through direct interaction with the courseware. Besides the effectiveness of the courseware, learning strategy employed by the student and their perception of the courseware were also discussed. This research aimed to address the issue related to English for Specific Purpose or ESP development in Taiwan, especially in English presentation. And then the last topic is, how did the courseware improve student oral presentation in Thai study? Ignaz Mayer's cognitive theory states that the courseware in this study incorporate the ESP subject contents which promote real-life context and activities. For example, students were able to access authentic text with L1 audio, translation support, narration, and practice of language. Additionally, the students were able to control their learning pace because the courseware enabled them to be autonomous learners.
Okay, in this video, I have an assignment. So the assignment is I have to answer the question from my assignment. So the question is, how does the technology enhance language learning? The answer is, technology is important for our learning. Because of technology, we can get easily to improve our language, to learn more about language. So that's why the student must use the technology for the positive things. What is the positive things? The positive things is like, there are many kinds of technology in this era. It's like handphone or laptop or anything else that you can learn from the technology. If you want to improve your language, you can watch the YouTube from the social media. You can from the YouTube you can also learn more about other language. And the next is, I want to tell you about courseware. What is the courseware? Courseware stands for course and software. This notion was originally used to refer to supplementary kits of teaching learning materials that teachers applied to their lesson, provided in packets which were available through computer. And similarly, Gibson et al. And multimedia methods or multimedia presentation, words and picture. It focuses on the delivery media, presentation mode, and sensory modalities. And multimedia instruction are intended to foster learning. So maybe that's all from me.
First, technology makes learning and teaching activity easier, and it can be done anywhere and anytime. Second, courseware is a software that can help students to learn a course. It generally used to refer to any supplementary kits of teaching learning materials that teachers applied to their lessons, provided packages which were available through computers. Third, the figure above describes a cognitive model of how people learn from multimedia. It begins with pictures and words that come from outside world and get into sensory memory through eyes and ears. Following that, sensory memory allows pictures and print text to be recorded as visual image, and spoken words and other sounds to be recorded as auditory images. The last, a study conducted by SCI 2010 focused on developing oral presentations in order to simulate real situations as much as possible and to integrate the ESP course in the process of teaching and learning. So students were able to develop communicative competence through direct interaction with the courseware.
I think those are from us about how technology enhance language learning and what research did SACE conduct. If we have a mistake with our words, please forgive us. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.